What does LeBron want?
I don't know what the future holds for me, obviously.
You have some appetizing options.
A hierarchy of Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philadelphia. I go to Golden State and I join Steph Curry.
Playing with the Miami Heat franchise, it feels better to me.
If you're LeBron, damn it, I want to see you back in the crib.
And now to our developing story. LeBron James remains an unrestricted free agent. He can sign with any team this summer at any time. This will be his 24th season in the NBA for the 41-year-old James. And standing by once more is our Shams Charania here in Vegas. So, Shams, what's the latest in this process?
And all of the information so far has funneled through agent Rich Paul with LeBron James. And so they've been in a process of gathering information. And one interesting wrinkle that has occurred in the last several days is some of the leading suitors for LeBron James, whether that's a Golden State, a Cleveland, Miami, Minnesota, Philadelphia, some of them have been able to send a voice note to LeBron James via Rich Paul. So whether it's an owner, a president, or a general manager being able to record a voice note, I'm told, send it to Rich Paul, and that makes its way to LeBron James. This is just a part of LeBron James' process of studying as he makes a decision. He has not been in a rush. There's been no timetable that he's been operating under. I'm told there's been a lot of family time, friends time, golf, of course, over the last couple of weeks. The last two he's spent in the Akron, Ohio area, including with one of his close friends that he grew up with in Brandon Weems, who's now one of the leading executives of the Cleveland Cavaliers under President Kobe Altman. So the process continues, and it's unclear whether Cleveland or Miami have been among the teams that have sent a voice note to LeBron via Rich Paul. Again, they kind of don't need to. They already had him in their buildings in the recent past.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Shams, we appreciate your attention to detail is just unlike any other that you have unearthed at Shams Charania. Thank you so much. We'll check back with you. What in the world? Okay, front office, man. I mean, can you imagine?
Well, I'll say this. In 2010, when we met with LeBron, we rolled in Jay-Z. So we certainly have changed a lot in 16 years. We also gave him an iPad that showed him why he could become the first billion-dollar athlete. However, the league wound up investigating us for a salary cap circumvention.
Wow.
So
There you go.
certainly a lot has changed, and when the #1 free agent and one of the best players ever is out there, you will do anything.
So you're telling me that we have all these executives bringing their phones out,
Yes.
even of the elder generation, and say, hey, LeBron, come to my, this is what we're doing in 2026. You know what? I love it.
Wait, so I'm like picturing Alex Rodriguez, right? Like sitting there.
No. This has to be like a FaceTime. He can't do a voice memo.
I love it, man. I love that he's taking his time. Obviously, I want him to see where he's going. Teams would love to see where he's going. He's enjoying his family. He's enjoying his golf. He's letting Rich do his job. But this does seem a little extreme. But when you're the king, you get away with a lot. You can do whatever you want.
I just think it's so funny.
It
And I'm
is.
wondering what they're saying, and I wonder if they're like scripting out like what they want to say, or just saying,
Passing the phone.
please. But anyway, that's great. I love the process. Listen, we've seen people making pitches. We saw Bob Myers on a podcast making a pitch with Rich Paul just sitting there. All right, so we're in Vegas. Anybody hit the tables last night?
No.
I did not. I'm not a gambler. I don't think I'm a lucky guy.
I'm really proud of you all. And I'm glad that you saved some time because we're going to play a little poker right now. We're going to go all in for the king. So does everybody have their poker hand
I do.
in front of them? Where's our chips? Okay, whatever. You know, details. Danny.
Yes.
You have a poker hand. We're talking Sixers. What hand do you think they have?
They have a full house. And speaking of the process is now
there you go.
with the big JB, you got the big 7 there now. You got BJ Edgecombe with the 2 7s. So we got 3 7s on
Okay.
board. Those who can't see right now, sorry.
There you
We got
go.
3 7s. And if you bring the king,
Yeah.
you got 2 kings. So that's a
I
full house.
love it.
You also got Tyrese Maxey, you got Joel Embiid. This is a really good set roster, especially when Joel is healthy. You add LeBron James to that, this is an unbelievable hand that you could not, it's hard to beat.
Tyrese
I'm
Maxey
gonna
is
go
also a
with the full house.
client.
Yes.
All right.
So there you go.
So
There's a
there
lineup
we
right
go.
there. Tyrese Maxey, BJ Edgecombe, Jalen Brown. There's a 77 with the 7s. Add the king with Joel Embiid. This is a lineup that said you're in the East. This is one that's hard to beat.
Yeah, and Shams reported that it was the Brown trade that really brought the Sixers into the mix here.
Do you know what beats a full house? Okay.
Unfortunately, I know a lot of things beat the full house.
Hello, I'm going to reveal mine. It is 4 of a kind.
For
And
who?
LeBron James going to Golden State.
Okay.
4 of a kind because
4
we're
kings.
talking about 4 kings,
4
4
kings.
championships. And let's think about just the synergies there. There are a lot of romance brewing. We saw it. It started
Draymond.
in Paris, right? Steph and LeBron. You think about Draymond Green. That's his bestie as well. Defensively, this 4 of a kind is elite. You include Steve Kerr, who coached Steph and LeBron, and especially in those big clutch
And
moments.
they all have 4 rings.
They all have 4 rings.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm looking at this potential starting 5, looking at how they respond well. The respect is mutual. But most importantly, can you imagine, we talk about assist two, shots from Draymond to Steph. Imagine Draymond screening and finding LeBron James. The game, this would be one of the highest basketball IQs, the greatest shooter of all time, one of the greatest players of all time, one of the greatest facilitators, one of the greatest coaches. That's why I've got 4 for the K. 4 for the K.
Very excited. Like in the rain.
Bring out the chips.
It would be very exciting to watch, though.
I really do want to go to a
Bob
casino.
might have the strongest hand.
Well,
Bobby, you have the Cavs. What kind of hand do they have?
Well, as they say in Vegas, the house always wins, right? And when you look at it, right.
Okay, hold it up.
Here we go. And I'm not even a card player, so I don't even know what this means. I know what the producer told me. But I think, well, listen, when you look at Cleveland, you've got Donovan Mitchell, you've got James Harden, who's going to sign, you've got the bigs and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, you've got the shooters off the bench and Max Strus and Sam Merrill. And young man, it's never too late to go home. Back to Cleveland for LeBron James.
But according to Shams, they're not doing this.
I know.
They're not sending voice memos because they don't
They know him already. They know him well. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that, too. We got the house royal flush. I like Jalen Tyson. They got Tomlin over there. They got pieces Sam Merrill. Going back home will be a storybook, but all these destinations I think are great. And the royal flush obviously is the 4 of a kind, and it beats the full house.
Why are you going to do that for? We're trying to win over here.
We'll see if
trying to make some money over here.
It would be nice to see him go home, but again, I would love to see him in Philly. I would also excited to see Golden State.
I feel like this is cool. I'm not good at like texting. You know what I mean?
Take your time, but let us know.
I would love for him to do something new. That's what I would.
Yeah, why not?
Cool. It's really cool.
Somewhere you weren't there. Someplace you haven't played before.
Yeah, okay, which would be Minnie, Philly, Golden State. Who knows? Denver does not appear to be one of the top 5 left right now, but it's intriguing. All right, so we're talking Cavs, we're talking LeBron, we're at Summer League. Let's flash it back. 23 years ago, he made his Summer League debut. Let's just say
Older than these kids.
that this translated just fine, right, to the NBA.
Yes.
Look
Again,
at
he's
that.
in the Summer League before these guys were born here.
That's the Boston Summer League. That's going way back there.
It is.
Wow.
It's just so cool when you look back on him then and the moves now and this incredible, the length of his career, what he's still able to do.
Those highlights are
40.
insane.
Yes, he's doing a lot of these highlights at 41.
Oh, man.
Wow.
There's a young fella.
No English.
And that's the beauty of Summer League. It's where we get to see the forecast of greatness, right?
Chase down, man.
And don't forget, out of high school,
Yeah.
right? Out of high school when you can do that.
Oh, don't blink. You'll see 23 years between.
And then bringing a championship back home. What a storybook career already, no matter what this final
That's
chapter.
multiple Hall of Fame careers.
Obviously, it's not just the Warriors that have their hat in the ring for LeBron. Cleveland, Miami, Shams has been reporting Minnesota, Philly. I don't know, would you throw Denver up there? We don't know. There is a man who might know, who joins us now, LeBron's agent and CEO of Clutch Sports, Rich Paul. Nice enough to join us on NBA Today. Let's see, do we have Rich? Okay, he is ready. He just landed somewhere in some destination unknown. Rich, it's so great to have you on NBA Today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, where are you in this process? As of today?
I'm the
Sorry,
same
I
place
know
I've
there's
been.
a little bit of a delay that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm the same place I've been.
Which is
on the first
what?
day.
Are you still taking pitches?
Well, no,
Yeah.
we just evaluating
Are
everything.
you still taking pitches actively?
Pitches? No, I mean, listen, players
And
talk to.
how many?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go
This is-
ahead.
No, I was gonna say, pitches. I don't know about pitches, but listen. I think there's there's communication from players directly to him, and obviously I handle it from an organization perspective. But look, I think it's admirable the way he sought after today, and it's a testament to his hard work. And so we're taking this thing very seriously, but at the same time, we're having fun. I think it's great for the fans, but this is something that it's his decision, and he's earned the right to make whatever decision he wants. And so I just tell him, take your time, and whenever you're ready, just let me know.
Rich, how many teams would you say are seriously in the mix right now?
Oh, Hannah, you're such a professional. You want to get right to it. There's a handful. Obviously, he has to think about things from a playing perspective. And so, look, I think when you have a player like him, he unlocks something on one of all 30 teams. The team he chooses, I don't know yet.
What piece of information are you still waiting on at this point?
I wouldn't say it's just his decision. I'm just waiting on his decision. It's not so much of a piece of information. I think we've been around this league long enough. This is his 24th season, which is my 24th season and beyond. We understand how things work throughout organizations. We understand how teams operate, and the basketball play is the one thing that you can pencil in whatever you want. As you saw my whiteboard on Game Over, but the actual play is something different. And so at the end of the day, you know, look, I think we've been through this before. He trusts me, but ultimately, you know, I'm working to help him make the best decision for himself and his family going forward.
I want to get to your whiteboard in just a second because Chiney Ogumike is absolutely obsessed with it. I was breaking it down. Rich, what's your timetable here?
I don't have one. You know, I don't put a timetable on things. It's a decision like this. He has to take his time and make it whenever you get ready. I think it's not a game. It's not something that's a gimmick or you're trying to lead people on. You know, when you're evaluating the situation, take the money out of it. Listen, I don't think there's ever been a time where most players, and Danny can attest to this, and so can Chiney, most times you are saying, okay, where's the most financially respectful opportunity? And in this case, it is, you can throw that out the window. So now you can actually evaluate it and have clarity while trying to make the best decision for yourself. So this is uncharted territory for an athlete, which I understand. And I'm just trying to do the best I can as a representation, advisor, whatever you want to call it, to set the table so he can make the decision that he needs to make.
If you just could for us tick off then what exactly their priorities are, like what you're looking for, what LeBron
look, I mean,
looking for.
You know, not to talk so much about him, but what I try to look for is just an understanding the player, just knowing, look, there's a seriousness that comes with this. He's in year 24, not 4. And Danny knows, he's played with him before. There's a competitiveness that comes. We know how hard it is to win championships. No roster, no organization is guaranteed to win a championship, but you do want to be competitive. You do want to have an opportunity come late April and early May to compete at a high level and give yourself the best chance of winning. He's not chasing the ring. You know, you hear these things like, why do we have to chase? He got 4. There's nothing to chase. He's not chasing the ghost or anything like that. But when you've worked this hard to position yourself the way you have, and you can actually decide what you want to do, who wouldn't take advantage of that? I think it's people that go to work every day, probably the jobs that they you know, begrudge going to. And so when you have a job that you can actually look forward to and you can actually make the decision, why wouldn't you do that, especially when you've worked hard to do so? So we're not worried about nobody's opinions or anything like that.
Yeah, he's certainly earned that right.
Yeah, he's gonna make the best decision for himself, and we'll see what happens.
He certainly earned that right to take his time. This is the final chapter of his career.
We don't know who it is, though.
Are we looking at 1 year or multiple years, Rich?
You know, Hannah, I don't know. You know, I think it's been a situation where, you know, you're in the season, you love the game, you still feel like getting up and going to work every day, the prep that you know it takes for somebody like himself, starting the process, not in September when training camps start, but more so in June or July if you go to the finals or something like that, third week of July, maybe at the latest, the first week of August. If you still have what it takes to get up every day and go through that process mentally, then who knows? You know, for me, when I look at him and look at just how he moves and his body and things like that, I know physically he can play for however long he wants to. I think it's the middle part of it. And obviously he has family that has sacrificed for so many years, and every athlete knows what that looks like. And so, you know, it's just one of those things where, sorry, I know I'm getting cut off because I'm at a event, but, you know, it's just one of those things. And I know, you know, look, I think it's great for the league, but just like you guys, we're all waiting.
Hey, Rich, it's Chiney. First and foremost, I've loved breaking down your whiteboard. So the first question I have for you is there going to be an update? And secondly, since championship is off the table, if